Hi, my name is Katrina, and I'm the founder of Solomon's Porch Ministry. And I'm here today with Wanda, and we are going to talk about the 100 Hands of Hope in 100 Days. Welcome, Wanda. I'm so glad you're with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, especially to talk about this subject that's so important for us.
Yeah, so we have launched a fundraiser, and this campaign is exciting, and I'm so grateful to see how it's evolving. Would you like to explain more about it?
Yeah. So our campaign is 100 Hands for Hope in 100 days. And our goal is really to get some engagement and some baseline support that helps us to run our operation. So as we've been doing this for a little while, we've got a clear budget. We know what it's going to take to have just that basic coverage.
But let's talk about some of the stuff that this campaign's going to cover.
Yeah.
Um, the main meal, which, in case you don't know, we serve a hot main meal that's nutritious. We even provide a vegetarian option for those who don't want meat. We have sides to go with it. We have snacks. And then it branches off, and we have hygiene items. Even we're getting into first aid items
Mhm.
now, especially with the summer coming on, with sunscreen and bandages and items like that. But we also provide pet food, dogs and cats, and collars and leashes, and sometimes even pet beds. Um, have I missed anything?
No. So those are the recurring ones. On
Yeah.
occasion, because we have our clothes mobile also, whenever
Yes.
we come up short on donations, we end up purchasing. So, like the last few months, we've had to go out and buy
Mhm.
underwear and just different little items like that to make sure
Right.
that we can serve everybody's need to the best of our ability each month.
Yeah, and absolutely. And those needs change
Mhm.
from season to season because right now we're requesting reusable water bottles because, to stay hydrated to prevent heat stroke, with the upcoming months.
Yeah.
So tell me more about this campaign now that we know what our funds are going to.
Yeah. So the 100 Hands of Hope in 100 days, we are looking to bring in our
Mhm.
100 founding donors. So those people who contribute during this 100-day period, which I'll give you those dates, they will be considered founding donors. And so that's super important because we
Yeah.
know this is just the beginning of something great. And those people who are with us from the beginning, they just have that additional bit of ownership that they
Yeah.
were founding donors for what we're trying to do. So this campaign kicked off on the 23rd of June. Oh, excuse me, 23rd of March, and it will run through the 30th of June. And
Yeah.
in those 100 days, we are reaching out to all of our volunteers, but we're also extending out to potential partners and sponsors and just people who have a heart for our mission.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So now we appreciate all the donations that we receive, whether it's in-kind donations or monetary. And on this campaign, there is an option to do a one-time donation, but we're really looking for some monthly support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you kind of alluded to in the beginning, this is our first campaign. So there'll be more. This one here, it's uh, got that defined dates there. So this specific campaign ends on the 30th of June. And the recurring donations, they'll be able to continue donating, and we'll continue to use those funds exactly as we've described. Um, but what will also happen is we will be able to set aside some funding in our bank account to cover rainy days and all of that. So we're looking for this to kind of give us a little bit of stability, a little bit of just that assurance that we know we can continue to operate
Mhm.
as we figure out the different ways to fundraise and as we build the partnerships and get sponsorship and all of the things that we're going to need over time.
Absolutely. And in case you are unaware, Solomon's Porch Ministry is an official nonprofit 501(c)(3). So any donations that you give, whether it's in kind or financial, it is tax deducted and you will get a tax receipt for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that helps motivate people as well to get those, deductions at the end of the year. I know it does
Absolutely.
me.
Yeah, it does. It really
Yeah.
does. And to know that your money is going somewhere where we are 100% putting that money back into the ministry. We have very little overhead costs.
Yeah.
Um, Being a nonprofit and being so early um, in our status in our organization, we have no one who's paid for their services. It's 100% volunteers.
Right.
And most of even the equipment that we use, um, vehicles and all those things, they're gassed and funded and supported personally. So there's almost no cost other than to provide for those people in need. So
Right.
overhead as low as it possibly can be. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love how our volunteers step into that role and they say, "Oh no, we've got this."
Hmm.
And it does, and by saying that, that does allow us to put any funds coming in directly to the meals
Yeah.
and the food and the hygiene and basic needs that people need to have to survive.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so we've been getting the message out a few different ways. One is word of mouth. We've also used email. So for all of our volunteers and for others who have just asked to be on our email mailing list, we're also using social media. So
Hmm.
Facebook and Instagram and YouTube are the ways that we've gone out just to let people know about how to donate to the 100 Hands campaign. Um, those are the best ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, anyone who wants to get in touch with us can always email us.
Hmm.
Our email is solomonsporchministryokc
At,
at gmail.com. So just know that if you ever have a question, you want to find out more about how to serve with us, to partner with us, you can always reach us there. And we'll answer any questions you have just as quickly as we can.
Yes, and we also have a website available. So if you want to know about more about who we are, we have photos and we have a description of our different teams, and we have our podcast Hope Rising, which we're doing right now. Uh, it will give you more of an insight on who we are and where we're going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so just a snapshot in time right now where we are with our donation. Our donations, we have about 8 donors at this point. So we still got a long way to go, but we've got a little bit of time to the end of June. So if this is something if you've been watching our podcast or you've been seeing us on social media and you really want to know like how can you make a difference, this would be one great way to make a difference. And really, we just ask for your prayerful consideration. Doesn't have to be a huge donation amount. Could be one time, could be recurring, but every little bit makes a difference.
It does. A lot of people love what we're doing, but they're, for whatever reason, whether it's work schedule or maybe they're physically unable to attend, this is a very good way to help us continue doing God's work with the most vulnerable people that we have in our community. It makes a difference, and it makes a difference for the eternal kingdom, not just for here as well. And as Wanda said, we're asking you to prayerfully consider, but we're asking for a minimum of $10 a month. But we would like for you to prayerfully consider if God's leading to give you more. As our pastor says, it's about equal obedience and not equal amounts. And sorry, Pastor, I stole it from you.
You're
I
giving me
think you'll be
credit.
okay. Right. So we love what we're doing. We're passionate about it, and we want to keep moving forward and making a difference in people's lives. So anything you have to contribute, especially your prayers, is definitely appreciated.
Absolutely.
So I just want to thank you for joining us on this episode. And please, again, visit us on our website, Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.